Myself, Prashant, having nearly around 13 years of IT experience. Coming to cloud and DevOps, it's been almost 8 years into the cloud and DevOps platform. So currently I'm working as an architect for the cloud architect for one of the e-commerce client. So that's very brief about myself. And we don't have much time to go to each and individual to know about that. So to briefly start about that. So here we are here to learn about cloud and DevOps, which particularly talk about Microsoft Cloud, which is called as an Azure and DevOps. So we are going to learn about Azure and DevOps. Yeah. Okay. So before we going to start, I would like to inform you saying that, so please make this session as an interactive. What do you mean interactive? So rather than continuously speaking one side from my end, you don't speak and just listening, which does not make sense. Like, so we are not in a school. Just make this session very interactive. All are in a sync so that we can exchange the technology. So whatever I know that I can teach you, saying that, and whatever the questions you have without any hesitation, without any fear, you guys should ask me that I am happy to answer whichever you have. Okay, sounds good?
Yes.
Louder.
Yes.
Yeah. So before we talk about what is Azure, what is AWS, and I don't want to jump into that directly. So I want to make you to familiar with that. What is cloud? What is cloud?
Cloud is something which is virtual.
What do you mean virtual?
Virtual.
Yeah.
It
What do
is
you mean?
it is completely online. We don't have it over here.
Okay.
The data or anything that we save is completely online, which we can call it as cloud.
Okay, very good. Can I say that virtual environments like VMware, Hyper-V, and or a virtual box? Can I say those are all the virtualization also, right? Can I call them as virtual environments? What makes difference between this VMware and Hyper-V with the cloud technology? I mean, making sense here, right? Yes, no. See, typically, we don't say that cloud is a virtual environment. So virtual is completely different altogether. So in my words, what do you mean a cloud? What do you mean cloud? Simply, you might heard about lot of things about the cloud technology nowadays. It's a very big popular. Every customer is using the cloud technology nowadays. What is it exactly? What is it? What could be the simple abbreviation you can give to the cloud technology? Anyone can take this. I'm here to correct you even if it is wrong. So, but I want you to speak out something. Anyone? No? No one can take that? See, cloud is nothing but accessing your resources and data over the internet. That is the simple abbreviation I can give it. Does all of you agree that?
Yes.
Accessing your resources. What you can ask me that, hey, what is the resources you are saying? Whether it may be virtual machine, whether it may be data, whether it may be databases, whether it may be application, whatever it is. Accessing the resources and data over the internet. If there is no internet,
we cannot access the application.
Not only the application, you can't even access the data, you cannot even access the resources, whatever it may be.
Right.
So that is the simple observation I could give. Coming to the cloud perspective, each and every individual having their own perspective of the cloud abbreviation. There are a lot of people can think and imagine in a different words. Okay, great. Okay. Yeah. So you guys understand what do you mean the cloud? So cloud is nothing but accessing your resources and data over the cloud simply. Okay. Later we'll talk about the DevOps. DevOps is a very big terminology. There we'll discuss about the cloud later, DevOps later. So we are going to learn C and D. What do you mean C and D? Cloud and DevOps. So initially we start with the cloud, then we'll directly move to the DevOps later. So once you are very familiar with the cloud and you are all good with the cloud technology, then we can move into the DevOps, which is a very, very popular in the current market, cloud and DevOps. Now, so you are all good with the cloud abbreviation. What is the cloud, right? Yes, no?
Yes.
Yeah, guys, please make session this interactive. So you are going to learn, we are going to learn the latest technology in the current market, which you do use on a day-to-day basis. I will tell you what are those examples, how you are going to use them on a day-to-day basis. Knowingly or unknowingly, you are using it on a day-to-day basis. That is the reason each and every customer, each and every project needs these things. Okay, now we have the cloud technology. Why should I choose the cloud technology? Directly, I don't want to jump into the advantages of the cloud. Just directly I don't want to jump into the what is Azure and we make use of it. That can be done by anyone. Even you can use that YouTube also to get all this information, but I don't want to do that. Okay, we are here to learn more things which you are not getting outside. So for the first thing, why should I choose the cloud technology? Anyone? I am particularly saying that I am not expecting anything from you. What are the advantages of the cloud? I don't want to hear from you that the advantages of the cloud. First thing is, why should I choose the cloud?
Currently, I'm going
Easy to access.
Easy to access. Okay. Okay. How could you say that easy to access?
If you have internet, we can access the data that is stored in the cloud.
Okay. Easy to access, right? So now assume that I have my own environment. Environment, I mean to say that I have the own data center. So how many of you know that ICICI Bank data center in Nanakramguda? ICICI Bank building, most of the people might be seen it, right? Yes, sir.
Yes.
Agree?
Yeah, yeah.
What is that? So that is the data center of the ICICI Bank, right? So what does it mean? The related ICICI Bank application, ICICI Bank data, ICICI Bank user information, and everything is stored into the servers, which is staying in Nanakramguda. So that is the secondary data center. Where is the primary data center? Mumbai. The primary data center is in Mumbai. So what do you mean the primary and the secondary?
exchanging the data.
No. So primary data center is all the users, the applications can be accessed by the Mumbai. If Mumbai data center met with any natural calamities like floods, earthquake, or something else, the traffic can be moved to Hyderabad. Makes sense? Clear now? Okay. So let's take an ICICI Bank example. If you have your own virtualization environment, which is currently running your on-premises, why should I move to the cloud for the easy to access? When coming to the easy to access of the cloud technology, I must be depending on the internet. Why can't I have my own access? When I have my own data center, without any depending on the internet, I can access the resources internally, right, in the Nanakramguda only. Have you ever think like this, guys? Yeah, please, Srinath.
Yeah, that's because just like you said, if any natural calamities happen to the primary data center, we'll have the complete backup of the data which we have in the online, in the cloud base. So no matter what happens to our primary data center or the primary server, we'll have it available on the cloud, which we can access from anywhere, so that it does not interrupt our ongoing work or the business which we are running.
Exactly. That's what I mean to say that. So for the second disaster recovery purpose, why should I go to the cloud? Why when I have my own data center in Nanakramguda? Do you know that? Even ICICI Bank has their own data center, still they are in the cloud also. I
So
think
it may happen even in Nanakramguda. So it's safe to
No.
have a backup over there
No.
instead of
No.
having it over here.
No, Srinath, I don't agree that. See, why there is a long distance between primary data center and the secondary data center? Why can't I keep the primary and the secondary data center side by side? Okay, why? So there should the natural calamities due to the global calculations that the natural calamities cannot be reached more than 300 kilometers. That is the reason that always when you look into that the primary and secondary data center, there is a gap minimum 300 kilometers. So there is no point to the secondary data center also going to be affected. In that case, if you have to go with the third data center, how can you run your business by spending a lot of money on building your own data centers? Doesn't make sense, like Srinath.
So usually, if we go through cloud, it is a lot cheaper than having our own data center, right?
Now you are in a sync. Okay, what is the first thing we can look into that, move into the cloud platform? What is the first thing?
Low cost.
Low cost.
I don't say that low cost, but cost perspective. I will think in the cost perspective. I don't say that it's a low cost or high cost. It doesn't matter for me. Okay, so that's what I'm saying, that when you have that ICICI Bank, when you have that ICICI having their own data center in Nanakramguda, still they have their running their business in the cloud platform. Why? Why they are choosing the cloud platform when they have their own data center? Let me tell you one simple thing. You have your own laptop. Okay. Listen, all of you carefully. You have your own laptop. Now you need some assignment, which you assume that you are a student. You got the requirement from your lecturer saying that you need to complete this assignment in the next 10 days. You have your own laptop. Okay. Rather than using your own laptop, you go to Amirpet or somewhere else to get the laptop for the rent and run this assignment.
Because is it also possible by taking the rent of laptop?
Oh, that what, see, whatever it is, the compatibility is the same. Assume that whether do you do the assignment in your own laptop or else you will go to someone to get the laptop for the rental.
My own laptop.
Obviously, right? Do you guys use your own laptop? All of you agree on that?
Yes.
Right? So in the same scenario, even ICICI Bank has their own data center with their own servers. Why should they choose the cloud platform? You guys agreed what I'm trying to tell you.
Yes, understand. But just as the example you said, for example, assume I'm in Amirpet and I have my data center in Miapur. Okay, and I need something to be accessed fast.
Okay.
So I don't have time to come to Miapur and access this from here. So if I have my data in cloud server, I can just go connect into any internet from any device over there and access the same data from Amirpet instead of wasting time to get to Miapur and access this here and get back to there. I can get it done over there immediately.
Not like that, Srinath, exactly. I don't agree with you exactly. So assume that when I have my own data center in Nanakramguda, I can do the same thing by giving the access over the internet to the others, right?
Understood.
Okay.
So to maintain the servers, we need a lot of database administrators and lot of cost required to maintain the data servers.
And
Again, you was talking about whatever it is, whether you talk about administrative cost, whether you talk about resource cost, whether you talk about the place which you are running your data center, whatever it is. That's all comes under the cost perspective only, which we are already discussed. Okay, now let's get into this.
Manpower.
Yeah, go ahead, go ahead.
Yeah, we need extra manpower to take care and keep a smooth running of the data center.
Okay, again, that is the cost perspective only you're talking about. Again, all the resources you are talking about is directly or directly proportional to the cost only, right? Yes, no. Again, what you are referring is strictly to the cost only.
Correct.
Now, let's take some real use cases. Okay. Now I'll make you understand in a different way. So I'm sure, guys. So these type of discussion, these type of scenarios never discussed in any other platforms. Like if you buy this course anywhere, like Udemy or YouTube or somewhere else, you never get this. Okay, try to understand properly. Now, I started my company called Amazon. So what is the core business of Amazon? How many guys you know that? What is the core business of Amazon?
Sales A to Z.
No, core business means where they started. What is the origin of the business, I mean to say? Where they started exactly? See, Amazon company started for what business? Very initial days. How many of you know, guys?
I think something related to books,
Yes. Books.
library kind of.
Book selling. So their core business means they started their business as selling the books. Selling the books. Very initial days, they sell the books physically. Now, going forward, what they think, why can't I go to the online? Why can't I sell the books in the online? So they started Kindle. Very good. Online book selling. The terminology called Kindle. Okay. Now, for this Kindle, they have one web server, one DB server. I have two servers. One is running the application, another server is for storing the data of the databases. Now my business is running fine. Okay, now my business is running fine. For this requirement, I use the physical machines. How many of you know the physical machines? What is the architecture of the physical hardware, which is the RAM, CPU, on top of it, operating system, on top of that, we have application, libraries and bin. Okay, this is the simple physical structure. I have two servers like this. One is web server, another one is database server. I have two machines. Now, my business, Amazon business is slowly picking up. Okay, now they started so that lot of users are increasing. The lot of users are taking the account and started using the more consumption of this. So now when I coming to this specific server is not able to handle the request. So too many people trying to access these online books, and my one server is not able to handle the request. Now what I said, again I added one more server. Now it's become 3 web servers and 2 DB servers. Okay, now it is running. So again, lot of users are adding, lot of users are adding. Now I needed 10 web servers, again 5 DB servers and 1 middle layer for this application, 2 middle layer applications. See what you observe the sequence here. What is the trend you are observing? What is the trend you are observing here? You are adding the more and more hardware slowly to increase. When the business is increasing, you are adding the more and more hardware to your business to run the applications. Yes or no?
Yes.
Right? So who are the hardware providers in the current market?
HP,
I don't
IBM.
know. HP, EMC, Dell. These are all the hardware providers. So whenever you need hardware, what you are doing? You are going to them and buy the hardware and adding your hardware to the old data center and adding your applications to make sure then the n number of users trying to access your application. Okay. Now, as part of expansion of my business, I think that my user feel and look and good is not look and feel is not good. Currently, my application is running in Java or something, .NET or something else. My look and feel is not good. Now I decided that my look and feel of my application is need to be improved, saying that I need front end JavaScript for the better fast purpose. Backend I am going to use .NET. So what is the new requirement here? Front end and back end. For the same application, you are dividing into the front end and back end. .NET applications always run very comfortably on which operating system? Windows. So Java runs on Linux operating system. Now you need different operating systems to run your single application. Like as in a front end and back end. Now what is the new requirement? Again, you need to go and buy the hardware which is compatible to the sub-specific operating system. So what is the problematic with the physical machine? Can you run multiple operating systems on your physical machine? Not possible, right? Again, you need to go and buy the hardware, right? Again, every time where you are going? Buying the new hardware, which makes no, which makes what is the customer perspective? So what customer is doing? Customer is spending more money.
More money, yeah.
Customer is spending more money every time. So now what we decided, these physical machines are go to hell. My business is not required. I cannot run my business with the physical machines. Now I need a different solution altogether to run the different operating systems. Right, what is the solution for this? What is the evolution in the market? Technology evolution happened over the physical machines. Virtualization. So now we think about the virtualization. So what we can do with the virtualization? So same hardware, RAM, CPU. On top of the hardware, which operating system? Terminology is very important. Okay. On top of the guest operating system, applications. Now, hypervisor, which runs your multiple VMs. Hypervisor. On top of the hypervisor, VMs. Each and every virtual machine contains what? Clear? Each and every VM contains guest operating system, application, guest OS, apps, binaries, and libraries to run it. Okay, so for my requirement to run the front end and back end, exactly, I use this virtual machine. I run this in the guest operating system of Windows. I run this in the on top of it Linux operating system, so that the single hardware can run multiple, so that I can save a lot of cost. Right? Very good on here. Making sense? Clear?
Yes.
Yeah. So try to remember this, guys. Again, we are going to discuss the same thing after 1 month when we are going with the latest technologies of containerization. So what is the evolution? We'll discuss that later. So now I am running my business is a very good. Okay, I spent the buying the license of VMware. Okay, by running that VMware on my own physical machines. I am dividing my hardware into the multiple pieces to run the multiple applications, individual operating system. Currently, my business is set. Okay, all good. My business is running fair. Now, I think that my business needs to be expansion. So from the selling of the books, I think that I am thinking that how would I sell groceries? How would I sell that electronics on the same platform? So then I started thinking on that. Now I am expanding. I am going to expand my business. Again, when I am going to expand my business, I need to have 100 servers for running the web application and 80 servers to run the database. Okay, again 10 servers to run the middle layer, 10 servers for Redis cache, 10 servers for scripts, blah 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 blah. See, what is the trend you are observing here? What is happening? What is happening every time?
As we increase the business, as we want more things to be done, the more servers are needed.
Okay. You need the more and more servers. Every time you need to spend the money to buy the servers. Every time you need to spend the money to buy the servers. Okay, you buying the servers. How much time it will take to build these servers? Again, it will take months, right? You need to buy the hardware and take that hardware to your premises. Again, you need to installation something. You need to make sure that build and everything. Okay. Now there are a couple of applications. Which the same. Let's take same ICICI Bank application. There are same application. Now I am going to those applications are legacy. Okay. Now I migrated them. I upgraded my applications into the latest technology. That applications is not supporting by the old hardware which I already brought. Then what do you do again? Again, you have to go or Lenovo, again spend the money, again get the new hardware and run your business. Again, this is the never-ending story. Getting it or not? Now, see, again, I will come to the same scenario. Okay, again, you are in your college or school or somewhere else, they give the assignment. Okay, now think that this assignment is up to 1 year. All of you listen properly. This assignment goes to 1 year. It doesn't mean that you need laptop for 1 year as a mandatory. Then what do you do basically?
After 1 year, no use.
Baga aloచింchi cheppandi. Okay, assume that monthly 3,000 rent. Ante kada free evaru, right? So you are spending 3,000 rent on a monthly basis. Then what do you do? What is the best solution you suggest?
Get a virtual machine.
Sorry?
We can get a virtual machine which will cost us low.
Again, okay, rather than taking the rent, I can buy the new laptop. That is the best suited for me. Why? Because by spending the 36,000 to that someone else, again I need to resubmit the laptop. Why can't I buy the own for the 36,000? Right? So then when I say that the cost, every time you are spending a lot of money to buy the laptops or hardware for the company, can I treat that as an asset to my company?
Yes.
Company ka asset avutundi kada andi?
Yes.
I think all people can understand the regional language in between. If anyone is not understand the regional language, please do let me know so that I don't talk about it. Okay.
It's okay, sir.
Yeah. See, I could say that rather than every time you go to the third party vendor and buying the hardware, spending the money, okay, I can keep that. Once I spend money on that hardware, can I keep that as an asset to my company? So then when I saying that It's a drawback of using the cost, I'm saying. I'm saying that it's one of the backdrop using the cost for without going to the cloud, I'm saying. Do you all agree with me? Do you all agree with me or not? Else you think that I'm misguiding you guys. Let's take an example. For that simple assignment, you buy the own laptop. So simply what you do, if you take the rent, you need to pay to the end of the year, you need to pay 36,000 to him. Again, you need to return the laptop to that guy. If you go and buy that, after 1 year, you can own that laptop as an asset, right? Here, I am telling you that rented means the cloud technology. You need to understand that. Rent means the cloud technology I am talking about. All of you understand, guys? Rented means the cloud technology. Indirectly, I am saying. Why should I spend on a cloud rather than I buying my own hardware, just like ICICI Bank in Nanakram Goda? Do you all agree with me?
One-time cost.
Do you all agree with me?
Yes.
Now, let me reiterate the question which I asked you. Okay, you are taking the assignment. Okay. Okay. So now the assignment is running out a simple application which you are going to build for that. After 6 months, your lecturer come to you and I have given the one assignment to you guys. But that assignment I am going to improvise something. Excuse me. So for that simple assignment, you think that 8 GB RAM is enough for me? Okay, and few 500 storage is enough for me. Now, after 6 months, you started your building your application and started your assignment. Later, your lecturer comes to you. Hey, I have given some wrong assignment. Okay, I want you to do the some much more assignment. So much more assignment is the upgraded assignment to you that, and you can do this and you approve on that everything is run, everything is done, and you need to working on it. Now you feel that 8 GB RAM is not sufficient. Now compare the two things, rented and your own personal laptop again.
On that time, rented is rented.
So which in this scenario, which one is the better?
Better.
In this scenario.
Why? Because if you have the own laptop, again you need to spend the money to buy your RAM to increase up. If else, if it is your rented one, then you can directly ask the vendor to upgrade your laptop without spending money. Make sense?
Yes.
So that is one of the advantage. Now, very recently, everyone know that we all know that we are looking for this T20 World Cup, right? So India and Pakistan. Where did you see that?
Hot stuff.
Hot stuff. That is what I'm expecting that. So okay, right? That's an online streaming application. Have you ever?
I'm sorry to interrupt.
That application?
Hello.
Yes.
Sorry to interrupt. Ravi, can you please go on mute? I'm getting a lot of disturbance.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, please. So when you are going to talk, please unmute, else it will be make mute only. Okay. So now my question is that when I was watching India and Pakistan, I see that there are people who is watching live, approximately 1.3 crore people. Okay. Have you ever imagined that? How could you imagine that today 1 crore people is going to watch this application? I should make this application should be robust to access, even 2 crore people trying to access also. Even you don't feel even 1 minute buffer in the hot stuff. How they are managing these applications? Have you ever imagined it? All of you guys, have you ever think about it? How this application is running? See, when I say that initially the live watching 10 lakhs, after 30 minutes, I see that it went to 1 crore 30 lakhs. Still, there is no buffer. Even though I'm sure that the users are going to 2 crores, still the application behavior the same. How it is happening? Have you ever think that? All of you guys, have you ever think that? There is a lot of efforts of DevOps and the cloud guys. Hotstar is running on AWS. Hotstar is running on AWS infrastructure. Okay, I'll tell you that later. That's a different story altogether. Now assume that same my Amazon application is running on these 100 servers and all. Currently there are 8K people. 8K means 8,000 people can access this application on the given time. Getting it or not? 8,000 people means at the time only 8,000 people can able to access my application. How can I say that only 8,000 capacity? Anyone? On the base of hardware. The capacity of the hardware, how much you have? Getting it or not, guys? This is the capacity only I have, which run the 8,000 people to access my application at the given time. Now I announce the deals. 12 PM in the afternoon, I am announcing the deals. Then the Amazon people, the Amazon managers and the Amazon CEO can imagine that how many people going to access this application at the given time at the 12 PM?
Around 20 to 30.
Expect 30 or 40, whatever it is. How can I manage these many user requests when I have the limited hardware? When you are running your own data center, again what you need to do? Again you have to go these guys and buy the hardware and keep ready. Every time you are spending money. Again, your own data center never works for this online streaming and online e-commerce applications, which is needed more robust. More robust means it can receive any type of requirement. Any type of request based on the configuration. Let me tell you the very simple example. Okay. We are all know that. So in the colleges, we have the laptops, right? So far, what we discussed that I am concluding simply. Okay. We are all have the laptops in the colleges, right? Now, 1 year, this laptop is working fine. Okay. Now you slowly started, which problems you will start facing? Slowness. Okay. Data increases, you will slowness. So what do? You cannot delete the data, right? What do you think? Okay, we can upgrade this something. Okay. By adding the more RAM, okay, I can upgrade my laptop, which can run smoothly. Okay, you add it. You add some RAM. Again, after 2 years, then again same face problems. Okay, in between 2 years, lot of technology has been improvised. Again, when you want to run the any software or gaming software, something else. Okay, running again, your hardware doesn't support. What do? Hey, laptop నాకు పని చేయట్లేదు అని పక్కన పడేస్తారు. Yes or no? Then what do you think? Okay, I'll go for new laptop. Okay, daddy, I want new laptop immediately. Okay. So that's what we did, right? So is the best solution, do you think? Rather than you spending money and buying the new laptop every time you are going to upgrade it, why can't you go to the vendor and get the laptop for the rental and ask him then to upgrade it to the same amount of the price? Getting it or not, guys? Yes. So that is the reason behind the cloud is more emerging. So that let's take an example. If you are trying to run these like Hotstar and YouTube or any kind of applications, so you need more and more infrastructure to run these applications. Rather than spending a lot of money and buying the infrastructure, why can't I go to the third vendor to manage the infrastructure? Okay, so that what you are trying to reduce here? Apex. What do you mean Apex? Operational expenditure. You are trying to reduce expenditure. So simply without any cost, you can start running your applications. Agree on this?
Yes.
You no need to spend money on buying the infrastructure. You no need to ready spending on the OS licenses. You no need to spend money on buying the place to run your hardware. And you no need to spend lot of time, investing lot of time to build the infrastructure. These are all advantages.
Whenever we use, on that time we purchase some subscription.
Simply, which can be done in the seconds. So when moving to the cloud, operational expenditure is 0. When you move to the cloud, operational expenditure is a 0. But there are capex. Sorry, in the capex. 1 second, sorry. Capex is 0. Only capital expenditure. So here the matter comes to that. Why should I pay money to the for the operational expenditure? Why should I pay money to the AWS or Microsoft or Google or something else? If I buy my own hardware, that will be asset to my company, right? If I keep that, what will be happen again after 3 years? Your hardware doesn't support to run your application. Your hardware doesn't support to upgrade it.
Upgradation will be
Very tough. Again, you need to spend a lot of money. Rather than every time spending on the capital expenditure, operational expenditure is very easy. Make sense? Understand?
comparing to capital expenditure, it is low.
Agree with me, guys. Am I audible?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah. So understand, right? So why the cloud is becoming more and more popular. So coming to this example, this is the primary reason. This example, no one will tell you why you need to choose the cloud platform. Everyone tell about the cloud advantages. Hey, this is the advantage that I am going to use the cloud, which is never makes sense. Okay, so now, so there are two things. Greenfields greenfield projects and brownfield projects. What do you mean the greenfield and brownfield? This is not only related to the cloud platform, simple words. Green means everything built on the cloud. Assume that today I have started my own business. Just like assume that Oya is the new business start. I want to start. I want to start the new business. So what do? Assume that there is no cloud. What do, guys? First thing, I want to build my application. After building my application, I need to go to the hardware provider, buy the hardware and build my hardware and run the applications and all. It will take a lot of time to do that. So just when I am going to the latest technologies, like, so I want to build my entire business over the cloud simply. Right to the starting the code, within a 1 week, just move this application to the cloud within the fraction of 5 to 10 minutes. Very simple. So this is called the greenfields. Now, as we discussed half an hour ago, again ICICI Bank. I told you that ICICI Bank applications running on the ICICI data center in the Nanakramuda, Mumbai in the cloud also. That is called brownfield. What do you mean brownfield? The data is residing on the on-premises and the applications run over the cloud, which is called as a hybrid. So mean to say that the client use both of them based on their requirement. So moving them whenever it is needed, moving them from the ICC data center to the slowly to the Microsoft or Azure or AWS or GCP or Oracle Cloud or whatever it is. Okay, that is called as a brownfields or hybrid. Makes sense, guys? So greenfields are nothing but directly built on the cloud. Brownfield is moving something from your existing infrastructure to cloud. That is called as a brownfield, which is a lift and shift or migrate. Lift and shift or migrate from the on-premises to on-premises means my own data center which is in the on-premises. Again, you take the ICICI Bank application. Clear, guys?
Yes.
Yeah. So what we are going to learn now, you understand, right? What is the cloud and why the more cloud platform, cloud technologies are very popular nowadays. In the next class, we'll discuss about why Azure, why not AWS, and why not GCP. So now you might get a question. So why should I only learn the Azure if every cloud is the same? Why not AWS and why not GCP and why not Oracle Cloud or why not IBM or something like blah 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 blah. Lot of clouds are there, but why nowadays Azure is getting more and more popular? That we'll discuss in the next coming class. So what we are going to learn out of this entire sessions? As I said that Azure and DevOps, cloud and DevOps. So initially we start with cloud fundamentals, Azure networking, all cover load balancing, connectivities and everything. Azure VMs. VMs are legacy, guys. Legacy means there are a lot of people who are, some lakhs of the people is there who knows the very good virtualization VM concept. But I don't recommend you to learn that. I want you to make sure to learn the new technologies, which is a serverless orchestration and all. Okay, I want to make you to familiar. Okay, that is the reason I spend less time on a VMs. Okay, Azure storage, Azure security, Azure storage, web apps, Azure Vault. Okay, Azure, then Terraform, Git, Docker, Kubernetes, SonarQube, okay, testing, and Azure DevOps. This is what we are going to learn in the next couple of months. Coming to this, we will cover YAML pipeline, YAML also. YAML is a kind of a scripting which you are going to cover. So this is the learning things in the next 2 months. It will take 2 months. Okay, this is the cloud. This is the DevOps. We are combining both of the cloud and DevOps. Okay, so these are the very famous in the current market. These are very famous. These two are very popular. Kubernetes. So I will make you very familiar in a simple term. That's no problem. Okay, we can easily make you understand. You no need to worry about I came from different background. Can I understand this? Can I, if I do, what if I don't understand? You need to keep all this on aside. So just having the only one thing on my confidence that I can learn this, that's it. Just you follow me, that's it. I will make you to familiar within the 2 months. Now you can transform yours in the career in the next 2 months. You can see that where you are. So everything is, every session is going with the, what you could say that, real time. Mean to say that we'll take the real use case. Okay. Just like I'm showing one thing, simply. So this is how you will get the requirement from the client. How we need to implement, we will show you everything in the client perspective. Meer oka client ki pani cheste ela untundo, everything you are going to learn here. Okay, I'll show you the real scenarios. That real scenarios are going to be implemented. So this is the very starting point of the very initial days of the starting project. Being as an engineer, you will get this requirement. These requirements must be automated. You need to deploy this entire thing on over the cloud in automated way with the help of DevOps. Make sense? Clear, guys? So I'll make you familiar with all the things which is required for the current market. Okay, so that every class is in a real class. So end of the day, we will share you the real requirements you need to make to complete it. Okay, for this entire session, you no need to worry about the softwares, buying the softwares and all, nothing. Yes, internet is enough. You need to get the cloud subscription for the next. That's it. You no need to spend you worrying about laptop, whether my laptop is suitable to run this course, learn this course and all. No need. Simple internet is enough for us. Okay. All good, guys? Any questions? Any questions, any concerns before we wind up?
Srinath, we will email you or WhatsApp this recording. Sir, I would like to show our learning portal also.
Yeah, please, you can take the control.
I'll share my screen.
Okay.
Tim, can you see my screen? So this is our website.
Yes, we can.
Yeah, if you click on the sign in, you'll be redirected to the learning portal. So this is our LMS portal. And after the registration, you'll get login details to this portal. And if you click on the login button, and if you click on my courses, you can see the courses that you have enrolled with us. Okay, suppose as an example, so I have to my account, lot of courses has been there. Suppose as example, so if you click on the course that you have subscribed with us, you can see the recorded videos from here also, from this portal. All these recorded videos are HD recorded, audio and video quality both are really good. So you can see module wise, day wise, topic wise videos from here. You can also, after completion of watching these videos, you can also download the course completion certificate from here itself. Course completion certificate. And these recordings are uploaded after completion of the session within 2 to 3 hours of the time. Okay. Any questions on the learning portal? Okay. Yes, sir. That's it from my side.
Yeah. Any questions, guys? Okay, so we'll inform you on the when we are going to take the next session based on the availability of the all the people, so that we will conclude on one time. We will take it to the next session. Okay, guys.
Thank you.
We'll be in
Thank
touch
you.
with you. We will call you offline and we'll see the flexible date and timing of the students, and according that we can plan. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you all. Good day. Good luck, guys.
Thank you, Prashant. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.